You're probably familiar with the golden rule, which says treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, that's a good rule. I have found that it doesn't really apply when it comes to communication and leadership. The reason being is that people usually expect to be communicated in a different way than we expect to be communicated with and led. In other words, depending on your personality and behavioral preferences, you would expect people to communicate with you in a certain way. And unless you and I have the same preferences, we have the same style, the same strength, the same blind spots, chances are we have different needs and different expectations. So let me give you a better rule. It's called the platinum rule. The platinum rule says don't treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people the way they want to be treated. And how this applies to leadership and communication. Well, lead people the way they want to be led. Communicate with people the way they want to be communicated with. Motivate people the way they want to be motivated. I know this is not easy because it's natural for us to believe that what works for us, it works for other people, and how we want to be communicating with and how we naturally communicate, that's how other people should communicate. But don't expect your people to adapt to your style. Like in communication and in leadership, the responsibility for the communication to take place, it's in the field of the communicator, right? So not the receiver, but the communicator. As a leader, you can't expect your team to adapt to your leadership style. You have to adapt your style to your team. And as a matter of fact, you probably have to adapt your leadership style to every single individual on your team. Don't want for this to be easy. If people love your style, that's a warning sign, meaning that you might have gathered around you unconsciously, governed by the law of magnetism, who says you don't attract who you are, but you don't attract who you want, you attract who you are. You might have attracted people that are just like you. The challenge is that you have the same strengths, but also the blind spot. So what you want to do as leader, you want to surround yourself with people that complete and complement you. But they have different needs when it comes to leadership and communication. So they can cover your back. They can cover your blind spots. You can complete each other. But they would need to be led and communicated to differently. And I think that's the biggest challenge leaders face today. With the increasing number of team members, they spend less and less time on focusing on each individual. How do you really connect and discuss with someone and lead someone, personalize to them when you don't have time to do that. So I thought I hope that this is going to be easier for you as leaders, but unfortunately I don't have another answer, just to adapt your style to your team and actually to each individual on your team.